Live from the Thunderdome. I still got a job, bitches. Looks pretty dark. See my face. Does it even matter? So, I just watched the BGS Edmore video, and he's talking about, I guess, something that happened with the Manosphere, or somebody got doxxed. And I'm one of those guys that will always say, man, we still talking about this, blah, blah, blah. Because simply put, there's so many things that are going on in the news cycle and in the world today, of course, where of course you have the coronavirus, and then you also have the economic downturn that we're going through right now, going into recession, depression type levels. What 20% of the U.S. Oh, was it 10%? 10%? No, 1%. Damn, I cannot. I've been saying that number wrong the whole time. But 1% of the U.S. population looks like it's out of work right now. So 10% would be about, yeah, 10% would be 30 million. So it's 1%. Anyways, damn, I've been saying that number wrong this whole time. But we're looking at what 2% of the U.S. population has already applied for unemployment, and we're still having some of these conversations. We're still having where people are going after one another and saying things about putting people's information out there and things like that. And it's like, what's the point? Why is this needed? Why aren't we worrying about, in a sense, bigger fish to fry? And I hope that what just happened recently, and I don't know much about it. I'm just going off of some of the things, but I've seen the same. I've seen it before. I've seen this playbook before. It's the same thing over and over again. Like, it's kind of ridiculous at this point. But I hope it allows men to refocus and get to a better place mentally and say, hey, listen, let's do things. Let's do what we really set out to do instead of worrying about these hoes. Like, straight up. Why are we worrying about, women that don't, in a sense, care about us, and then also women, and more importantly, women that don't even care about themselves and make it obvious. I was watching even a video about Yaya Mayweather, or Ayana Mayweather, and how she stabbed this rapper's or NBA young boy, like she stabbed her fiance's baby mama, and I'm like, this dude has herpes, and this is what these people are fighting for over. These are who these people are fighting over. Yeah, maybe he's got a little contract or what have you, and all this other stuff. But I can't say, yeah, little contract, what have you. I apologize for that. The guy's got more money than me, so I'll put it like that. Big bank take little bank, so he wins. But this is what some women are fighting over, and they're not even fighting over men of that status. And she's stabbing this woman over that. This dude has herpes, man. Like, and it's been put out there. And I think he's actually said, yeah, I do have it. And she's his fiance. But this is a level of things. This is the level of fuckery and bullshit that's going on in our community, where we're worried about these little things, and we're worried about this bit of foolishness. Coronavirus aside, let's say, hey, listen, economic downturn. This is the best time to actually build wealth in the stock market. How about we start investing in stocks that will appreciate or possibly appreciate over time, stocks that have classically appreciated over time and pay dividends. How about we put our mind and our money towards things such as long-term investments, long-term ideas, whether they work or they don't. This is the time where we could be making a ton of money in terms of wealth. You're seeing where in every downturn, catastrophe of any sort, there's always somebody that makes a ton of money. Right now, you're seeing Zoom is making a shit ton of money. You're seeing online dating platforms are making a shit ton of money. I was watching something on CNBC report, and it was talking about OK Zoomer. So you do actually Zoom meetings, or you do Zoom meetings, or it's a dating platform where you use Zoom meetings for like first dates and things like that. And I was like, okay, that's really kind of cool. And it's a play on the internet meme, or the meme OK Boomer. So that's kind of really cool how they're doing that. It's two women that did that. And then, of course, just Zoom in and of itself, and how that company has capitalized on the whole coronavirus scare. And even myself, in the company that I work for during the day, we have Microsoft Teams, but everybody still want to use Zoom. for happy hours and all this other stuff, which is kind of cool. So it's like we have so many other things that are happening in the news cycle. To me, it's kind of like, wow, this is still something that we're focused on with all this quarantine. I guess people just have so much time. It might be that we have all this shit going on with quarantine. We have all this stuff going on in terms of. All right, so back again. Finally, that took a while after that call. That was a minute. So, as I was saying, there's so many things that are going on in the news cycle right now. Uh, it's been probably a couple hours since I made the last part of that video, and I'm watching a lot of videos about stocks, how this is the time where you can have a large transfer of wealth. The biggest thing is just being able to survive and stay healthy, and in a sense, you're also relying on the fact that shit just won't totally hit the fan, and the fall of our economy, the fall of our society, if you will, might come from this. I don't really think that'll be the case. I do think things will change. America definitely will not be the same. Um, Good and bad things coming from that, but I do think this is a chance or another chance of a transfer of wealth. There's been quite a few. Cryptocurrencies is one. The housing market was one before that. Um, Now we're looking at this whole epidemic, and it's like, or this pandemic, and it's very scary. I just listened to a very disturbing piece of audio, which I'm actually putting a video together for, so I could put that out there. I was gonna attach it to this video, but it would make it a little bit too long, and I want it to be separate audio because it it's something that I heard in a WhatsApp group, and it's a lady recounting her time in a hospital. I believe that she was in a Jamaican hospital, possibly, and essentially she's been breathing heavily. It's like she describes her breathing as like breathing through concrete on her chest. Like she just can't breathe, and I'm like, whoa. You're listening to people. This one lady, her husband died overnight, and they had released him and everything. And he seemed like he was kind of doing okay, but he was still uncomfortable and able. There's still an inability for him to breathe. Don't worry, my hands are clean. I think I've been washing them and a whole bunch of wipes and stuff like that. Like, it's to the point where I'm out here buying Hello Kitty, what's it called, hand sanitizer. Like, it's that serious. I'm not playing with this thing at all by any means necessary. I'm trying to survive this shit. Um, but everything that's going on, I'm looking at the stock picks, but I'm also trying to play the cautious side. You guys have seen in some of my other videos that I put out talking about playing the markets and stuff like, or not just playing by the markets, but investing in silver, cryptos, and then just cash, and then of course guns and ammo. Man, it's just really getting that kind of serious, because it could be that everything falls and you survive, and you're sitting around watching this all happening in front of you. Like around you, if you will. I can't lie. In some cases, I have fantasized about this, but it's crazy that in your fantasy, you think you're actually gonna survive. Bitch, you might not. Fuck. So, what I'm seeing in the manosphere and everything that's going on, just to get back on target here, it's in a sense kind of saddening. It really does sadden me that we're having some of these conversations where it's like, yo, listen, you could, like, our lives will be like forever changed. I'm getting mad at like my peoples and my dad. I'm like, yo, listen, man, he. I was like, yo, what's that? Like, hey, are you washing your hands? You need to chill out. Don't worry about it. Like, calm down, man. Like, you don't need to be out here moving around and stuff. My mom inviting people to the house and stuff like that. I'm like, listen, let those people stay where they are. Like, they don't need to be over here. You don't need to do all that. Some people don't take it seriously, and I've been the one that's been taking it seriously and trying to be cautious about it, trying to be calm as well, but it's just, you know, a lot of things worry me, and I'm hoping I'll make it through it. But we need to be focusing on bigger things, making it through this, being on the other side of it. And again, I'm not talking to BGS, but I am also talking to him. Like, it's kind of hard saying, "Hey, listen, not you, but people like it's just it's sad to me that and hopefully he and other people won't take it the wrong way. Ones that are talking about this a lot, but it's really sad to me that we're really still focused on things like this that are trivial childhood matters in some cases, but our people just won't learn. And I understand why the men in the Manosphere, Manosphere 2.0 versus 3.0, if you will, are saying this, and they're coming out and telling these younger guys, "Hey, listen, man, we kind of told you so, and you didn't want to listen. So, what do you expect us to? I mean, now you understand it." And it's kind of one of the worst things that I've seen while growing up and while just going through all of this, or going through life, is that people don't listen to their elders. And I'm not saying you have to take everything that they say as gospel, but at least take it as guidance. You know, at least take it as guidance. There's some things I didn't listen to BGS and even Dollar Will about, and now you're looking at this market, and I'm like, yo, I've been here before. I've seen cryptocurrencies, and I see what happened, and I'm not gonna try and let that happen again. And it's like, okay, this is how I'm gonna run it. And I see all these things that are going on, and I'm like, my brothers, my sisters, man, why are we worrying about genitals? Porn is free. You could buy any bit of you know, any bit of sexual favors from somebody for cheap. In a couple months, if this shit really goes bad, listen, it's about to be a flood out here. There's going to be so many hobosexuals living up under some chick. There's going to be so much pussy out here. You're going to have to fight them off. They're going to have bidding wars over your money if you're a trick. I don't know what else to say. There's going to be so many people displaced because I could be displaced. Well, not really, because I make good amount of money, so I can make out pretty well with this. But what if my mom dies? Where am I gonna stay? I make six figures, so I already know the answer to that. But what if my dad dies? Not just where you're gonna stay, but how you gonna go on without that? What about the people that aren't in the same position that I'm in, that don't have the ability to take their extra money, have a whole extra paycheck and a half, just so you can make investments, catch up on your debt even? What's going to happen to those people? What's going to happen to people that, one loss of one paycheck loss, they're wiped, they're gone, they're gone, it's over, they're in the red. It's already happened. And we're going, 2 to 3 weeks into this shutdown now? You know how easy it is to drive to and from work? There's no traffic. I'm making it from my house in off of what's it called, in Broward County to the next county up, West Palm Beach. I'm making it from my house to my night job in sometimes 15 minutes. This is usually a 30-minute drive, easy. I'm doing damn near 90. I have nobody in front of me. They're not out here working, man. The 1 or 2 cars you see on the road, that's it. There's barely anybody out here working. It's crazy. And we ain't even seen shit yet. But we worried about people. We worried about genitals, and we worried about doxing another person to take them down and to stifle their freedom of speech. These are human rights. These are freedoms that we all share. and people are doing things to other people, trying to drag them down. Listen for the next video I'm about to post after this one. Really, it's pretty sad what this woman is going through, and I'm listening to it and I'm like, whoa. This really hit home, because when I listened to this lady with the Jamaican accent and everything, I it was my mom. I heard it. I heard it and I was just like, I don't wish this on her. I'm really trying to tell her to calm down with some stuff, but I could hear this being my mom. Crazy. Y'all be safe. Sorry for the long video. Kind of sorry, not sorry. Please be safe. Wash your hands.